Hello everyone, welcome to phonics class for Kinder A, B, C, and D. We are going to learn the letter C this week. Uppercase C, lowercase c. The sound of the letter C, k, k. Letter C sound, k, k. Now we are going to review some words that begins with letter C. Everybody pay attention and repeat after me. Car, car. Coat, coat. Cat, cat. Cake, cake. Cub, cub. Camel, camel. Cone, cone. Comb, comb. Canoe, canoe. Coach, coach. Cow, cow. Cage, cage. On Monday, we work in a activity graph. We are going to do a crab. Crab begins with letter C. Everybody prepare your materials. Now you're going to paste in a bond paper 3 sticks like this. Then you are going to paste the eyes, mobile eyes. With the marker color red, you are going to draw the parts of a crab. Finally, color inside the triangle. This is a crab. Crab begins with letter C, crab. Okay, now you're going to open your phonics book on page 71. Write your name on the line. Coach Kyle coaches the catcher. Coach begins with letter C. Called begins with letter C. Coaches begins with letter C. Catcher begins with letter C. Coach begins with the sound of letter C. K, k. Say the name of the picture and circle the picture if its name begins with letter K. Car, dog, cross out. Coat, coat begins with letter C. Belt, no, cross out. Cat, cat begins with letter C, circle. Cake, cake begins with letter C, circle. Cub, cub begins with letter C, circle. Box, box begins with letter B, cross out. Lemon begins with letter L, cross out. This is the page that we did on Monday. Okay, now for Tuesday, we work with the page number 72. Cami cameled. Cami cameled. Cami begins with letter C. Camels begins with letter C. You are going to trace the uppercase C in the first row. Finally, at the end of each row, you are going to print your own uppercase C. In the second row, you are going to trace the first 3 lowercase c. Finally, print your own lowercase c. Look at the example. In the last part, you are going to circle each camel that has these letters, uppercase C and lowercase c. We can see 4 camels with the uppercase C and lowercase c. Circle. Very good job. This is everything for Tuesday. Okay, now we are going to work on page 73. Write your name on the line. You are going to trace the first 2 uppercase C and you are going to print 2 uppercase C in the first row. In the second row, you are going to trace the first two lowercase c, and then you are going to print two lowercase c. Cab. What color is the cab? Cab begins with letter C. Its color yellow. Cab. In the last part, you're going to say the name of the picture. Color the picture if its name begins with the sound of letter C. K. For example, cone. Cone begins with letter C. Yes. Color the cone. Camel. Camel begins with letter C. Yes. Color the camel. Balloon. Balloon begins with letter C. No. Don't color. Canoe. Canoe begins with letter C. Yes. Color the canoe. Table. Table begins with letter C. No. Don't color. Comb. Comb begins with letter C. Yes. Color the comb. This is the second page that we did on Tuesday. Okay, on Wednesday we don't have class. Now we are going to work on Thursday. On Thursday, we work with the code words. Students have ready in a bond paper with markers. You are going to write the code words. For example, the first picture, candy. Candy begins with the letter C. Excellent job. The second picture is arrow. Arrow begins with the letter A. Excellent job. We are going to write the beginning sound of each picture. Rainbow. Rainbow. With what letter beginning rainbow? Letter R. Very good. What is the code words? What is the word? Car. Car begins with letter C. Now we are continuing with the next part. What is the beginning sound of computer? Computer. Letter C. Then the second picture is umbrella. Umbrella. With what letter begins umbrella? Vowel U. Excellent job. And the next picture is ball. Ball. With what letter begins ball? B. Excellent job. What is the word? Cub. Cub is the word. Okay, now we are going to work with the next picture. Coffee. Coffee begins with the letter C. Octopus. Octopus begins with the letter O. Watermelon. Watermelon begins with the letter W. What is the word? The word is cow. Cow. The last activity, carrot. Carrot. With what letter begins carrot? Letter C. Alligator. Alligator begins with letter A. Table. Table begins with letter T. What is the word? Cat. Cat is the word. Okay, and the last one, cab. Another way to say taxi, cab. Letter C. Then we have the picture axe. Axe. Letter A. Kite. Kite. Letter K. Elephant. Elephant. What is the word? Cake. Cake. Okay, now you're going to open your phonics book on page 74. Carl cuts carefully. Cat curls carefully. Carl is the name of the boy. Cuts is the action. Carefully. Okay, now we're going to print uppercase C, lowercase c in each picture if the picture begins with the sound of letter C. For example, cage. Cage begins with letter C. Trace the uppercase and lowercase c and color the picture. Cake. Cake begins with letter C. Yes. Print uppercase C, lowercase c. Color the picture. Heart. Heart begins with letter C? No. Cross out. Begins with letter H. Cow. Cow begins with letter C? Yes. Print the uppercase C, lowercase c, and color the cow. Coat. Coat begins with letter C? Yes. Print uppercase C, lowercase c, and color the coat. Canoe. Canoe begins with letter C? Yes. Print the letters. And the last one, four. Four begins with letter C? No. Cross out. Begins with letter F. This is the page that we did on Thursday. This is everything for phonics class. Bye bye, guys.